Hi everyone, and happy International Day of the Girl. Thanks for joining us at the Girls Speak Out 2020. I'm Ria, and I'm a girl advocate with the Working Group on Girls. Every year on October 11th, we celebrate the International Day of the Girl to celebrate girlhood and bring attention to the unique challenges and issues that girls face all around the world. Since 2013, the Working Group on Girls has hosted this event in celebration of the day and to commemorate girls' stories, experiences, creative work, and activism for girls' rights. Although the format for today's event has changed, the purpose hasn't. During times like these, it is even more important to create spaces that prioritize the voices, visions, and everyday experiences of girls. We face our own challenges, and our rights should be recognized. Events like the Girls Speak Out give us an opportunity to amplify our voices and share our visions of justice and communities all around the world. And let me tell you, girls everywhere have important stories to tell. This year, we asked girls to send us their creative works, stories, and hopes for girls. And 452 girls in 38 different countries responded to this call. And today you will hear from many of them in this virtual Girls Speak Out. Our theme for this Girls Speak Out is Be Bold, Building Equity for Girls. Over the next 60 minutes, you will learn about what this means to girls as they respond to questions like, what does equity mean to you? And how do girls experience it where you live? Some girls talked about specific issues ranging from access to education, to child marriage, to gender-based violence. Others shared their hopes and declarations for the future world for girls. As you join us for the Girls Speak Out today, we ask you to think about what girls need in your community to experience equity. Share your ideas and visions with us on social media. Thank you for joining us and celebrating the International Day of the Girl. Together, we can change the world.
They said, I'm just a girl, and I belong to the girls of this generation, born just a decade ago, and unfortunately, we are labeled as entitled and opinionated. We have been degraded, laughed at, and silenced just because we're young and because we're just girls. I'm just a girl, and part of those girls who lost their childhood. At a very young age, we got exposed to a lot of national and global issues. We have heard of ISIS attacks, Syria bombing, the countless shootings, hostage takings, and rape cases in and out of our country. We have seen corruption and inequality right before our eyes. And this COVID pandemic? It's slowly taking away the fun of childhood. And because of these, we were forced to grow up quicker and take on the responsibility to stop these issues you created. I'm just a girl. No, I am a girl. We are girls. And we mean so much more than what we're labeled.
Gender equality means that a person is free to develop their personal abilities and make choices without the limitation of stereotypical views, rigid gender roles, and prejudices. Building equity for girls is necessary for maintaining the balance in the society, as equity leads to equality. An equitable community is a place where everyone is included and receives full benefits. I feel equity for girls can be built by increasing the role of individual involvement, as it promotes sense of ownership.
We must empower ourselves with the courage to take a step forward and to voice our needs for equity. Because if equality is the end goal, equity is its means. And as we all know that great things begin at home, likewise, the step towards bringing equity in our society should also begin at home. And that home is in you and me.
I have a question, and that is, what is equity? We see people talking about equality. They say it's something that treats everyone the same. So what is equity then? Equity treats people on the basis of their needs. This is the only difference between equity and equality. That is why when we apply equity to female, we call it female equity. So the main motive behind female equity and also equality is to promote fairness. Now, why do you think it is important to promote female equity in a society? It is important because it creates a platform for so many girls to have equal amount of chances of success.
Quiero decirles que la falta de equidad impide que las niñas de mi comunidad logren su sueño. La lucha por los derechos de las niñas me necesitan, porque todas merecemos cumplir nuestros sueños.
Equity to me means that every age, every race, every gender, every religion, each and every sexuality would be represented in the same way. There wouldn't be any bias. Everyone would have the same representation because everyone should be a viable part of the world. Equity to me means that every girl, despite where they live, despite their circumstances, despite their monetary situation, would have access to sanitary pads, because sanitary pads is something that all girls really need. Equity to me means that male and females would be paid the same in the workplace. Equity to me means that each and every one would have the same opportunities despite their race, their age, their gender, or their disabilities. Disabilities shouldn't be a factor in getting a job, in going to varsity, in doing anything that you aspire to do in life. Equity to me means that I wouldn't be afraid walking alone at night simply because I am a girl.
These women of our history changed everything. If they hadn't done the things they were made to do, the world will be a much worse place and very not right, and there would be no justice and peace.
We stand for equity. We pray for equity. We hope for equity. Equity is the best. We stand for equity. We pray for equity. We hope for equity. Equity is the best. Equity, an opportunity for us to succeed. Equity, hope for a better tomorrow. Equity, we deserve it. Equity, we embrace you. Welcome to today's press conference. Girls representatives will answer questions from journalists. Now it's question time. Next, come on, I'll just say, what does big boy mean to you? Big boy to me means expressing my views without fear of intimidation, reaching my full potential by maximizing my talents, doing what I know to the best of my ability. What is equity to you? Equity to me means the principle of fair treatment. In situation of flood, everyone is to be given according his needs so that they can achieve their goals.
Equal access and rights to resources, opportunities, be it in cities or villages. This also means including them in decision making and appreciating their different behaviors, aspirations and needs. There needs to be a major shift in public and economic policies first to promote their safety and expand their economic opportunities.
It means for every girl to be able to blossom and unleash her full potential. It means for every single one of us to be equally equipped with means and knowledge to fight for our rights, to challenge existing power structures that exclude us, and to change the world day by day. Equity means equal accessibility. It doesn't only mean equal access to education, equal access to healthcare services, to places where decision-making at the local, national, and international level happens.
Para mí, equidad significa que absolutamente todos somos distintos y por ello debemos ser tratados con igualdad y equidad en función de nuestros méritos y funciones. Es decir, que sin importar si somos mujeres u hombres, niños o niñas, seamos tratados con justicia y igualdad en todo aspecto de nuestra vida.
La equidad no nos diferencia por quiénes somos. Esto quiere decir que si tú eres mujer y eres muy buena desarrollándote en algún deporte, ya sea fútbol, tú no tienes por qué ser discriminada, sino reconocida por el mérito que has logrado. En mi comunidad no se suele desarrollar la equidad, ya que las mujeres no tienen las mismas posibilidades que el hombre al acceder a algo. Una de las cosas que nos impone desarrollar la equidad en nuestra comunidad es el temor a la sociedad y a la falta de igualdad y el derecho hacia la mujer.
And make sure that there is balance between the tradition and modern teaching. Dear parents, we need you more. Do not engage us into early marriage, because we also can do the best. Please, dear parents, and also remember, you don't define us, you just refine the finder to found in us.
In the country where I live in, girls are brought up with the teaching that they should be humble and live only to serve their future husbands and his parents. Female infanticides, child marriages are still being practiced in several parts of the world today. The authorities themselves try to suppress such kind of information. If a girl is vocal about what's happening to her, she is considered a dubious character. The authorities instill fear in the minds of young girls like this. I, as a girl, would collectively raise the voices of today's young girls.
The title of my poem is Equality. A boy is born, he becomes the reason of happiness in his family. A girl is born, she becomes the reason of their worry. Not allowed to study, no right to dream. She becomes a burden because she is a girl. The only one to blame here is the mentality of people. Why can't we teach our children equality from the very beginning? Why can't people understand? Why can't people's thinking change? If a girl becomes a wife, a son also becomes a husband. If a girl becomes a mother, a son becomes a father. Why can't they be treated equally? Why can't there be happiness when a child is born despite of their gender?
It is only a few knowledgeable ones who give enough care and attention to the
birth of a baby girl. To be called or known as a girl, it starts with her physical attributes. We Africans believe that our women and girls are endowed. And so when we come across a mature girl who doesn't have big breasts, a big behind, or wide hips, she's classified as sick, skinny, immature, underweight, you name it. To be called or known as a girl, she must be a very good cook who will be ready to take care of her home and children. I believe that I can be called a girl without having these necessary features. Me being a good cook doesn't rely on my being a girl.
Tenemos que cambiar los pensamientos de nuestros familiares, principalmente de nuestros padres. Que por ser niño no puedes usar ropa rosada, o por ser niña no puedes tener el cabello corto porque si no te van a decir que eres niño. Muchas veces las niñas tenemos miedo a la discriminación o a los estereotipos que se nos pueden enfrentar a nuestro camino. Como por ejemplo no quieran aceptar a una mujer en un trabajo, o si no paguen menos a una mujer que a un hombre, porque piensan que su trabajo es menos y no la valoran.
I fight to see girls wear whatever they want, marching down Wall Street and sitting as CEOs. I fight to see all women, black, white, Asian, Latina, trans, disabled, skinny, fat, short, and tall, all different shades of beautiful, walk together in order to mend the errors of society. I think, therefore I am. I know that I am.
Temos que crescer rápido. Perante a lei, não somos responsáveis pelos nossos próprios atos, mas já devemos ser com os que sofremos. Enquanto os meninos são apenas meninos, nós já temos que ser mocinhas.
Stereotypes put as a restriction, they won't cause us to declare defeat. Stronger and better than they make us, for the circumstances will not break us. They try to put us in a box, but we stand so tall that they cannot tame us. Early marriage and kitchen duties are their confinement weaponry. They succeeded with some girls because they didn't go past secondary school. Thus, we are motivated to no longer be intimidated. We are said to be inferior, but with time we become superior. Our movement is not just supported by females anymore, because males are now feminists. They are no longer conformists because they are now our protagonists. Our fundamental human rights have been infringed on. We're constantly told that our skills and potentials cannot be built on or improved or developed. What then do we stand for? Surely not just objects of satisfaction, no more, because by this we will gain some traction. We're not made to be slaves to the patriarchy. Why not empower the matriarchy? We ought to be educated, our voices elevated. More often than not, my kind are maltreated, our bodies mutated. When would this be abated? Our fire is lit and will not be put out by societal standards anymore. I'm a girl, I build other girls up. It is my duty to enhance and uphold our values. I strengthen and augment our relationships.
young women have come to realize and have become more aware of the fact that of the concept of educational equity and its importance. So equity to me means the pathway to quality education and women empowerment, and can only be achieved through education.
I want to tell everyone, remember, if you educate a male, you educate an individual. You educate a female, you educate in society. Educate an entire society. I just want to tell everybody that girls are not liabilities. They are not impure. If we want the world to grow as one, we first need to attain gender equality.
మా ఊర్లో అమ్మాయిల పరిస్థితి ఎలా ఉంది అంటే మమ్మల్ని చదువుకోవడానికైతే పంపిస్తున్నారు, కానీ మా చదువు మధ్యలో అయిపోతుంది. ఎందుకు అంటే మేము స్కూల్కి వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు అబ్బాయిలు మమ్మల్ని ఏడిపించడం అలాంటివి చేస్తారు. అలాంటప్పుడు అది మా పేరెంట్స్కి తెలిసి మా చదువుని ఆపేస్తారు. ఆ మధ్యలోనే మ్యారేజ్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ మా లైఫ్లో తెస్తారు. దానివల్ల మా గోల్స్కి మా అంబిషన్స్కి ఫుల్ స్టాప్ పడుతుంది. మీకు ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను. మా ఫ్రెండ్ లైఫ్లో కూడా ఇలానే జరిగింది. తను చాలా బాగా చదివేది, కానీ తనకు ఒక అబ్బాయి ఏడిపించడం వల్ల తన లైఫ్లో చదువు అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ అక్కడి నుంచి ఆగిపోయింది. అప్పుడే మ్యారేజ్ చేశారు తనకి. తను బాగా చదివి అలా చేస్తున్నప్పుడు అలా ఆయన ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తే చదువుకుంటారు, లేదు అంటే అక్కడే ఫుల్ స్టాప్ అయిపోతుంది తన చదువుకి. కానీ వాళ్ళు ఆయన ఎంకరేజ్ చేశారు, చదివింది, జాబ్ వచ్చింది. జాబ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత బయట వాళ్ళు కానీ వాళ్ళ అత్తమ్మ నీకెందుకు ఇప్పుడు నుంచి చదువు, అక్కడికి ఆపేవచ్చు కదా, అది ఇది కొంచెం డిస్టర్బ్ చేసి అలా తను చదువు ఆపేశారు. ఇంకా తను చాలా చిన్న వయసులోనే పెళ్లి చేయడం వల్ల పిల్లలు పుట్టి తనకి చాలా హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ వచ్చాయి. ఇంకొకటి మా ఊరిలో పనికి వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు అబ్బాయిలు అమ్మాయిలు, అబ్బాయిలకి ఎక్కువ కూలి ఇస్తారు, అమ్మాయికి తక్కువ కూలి ఇస్తారు. కానీ అమ్మాయి చాలా కష్టపడుతుంది, కానీ అమ్మాయికి చిన్న చూపే చూస్తారు. అబ్బాయి చేస్తారు, చేయరని మేము అన్నాం, కానీ అబ్బాయికి ఇచ్చే వాల్యూ అమ్మాయికి ఇవ్వరు. నేను పెద్ద చదివిలా చేసిన తర్వాత మా ఊళ్ళో ఈ వ్యవస్థ లేకుండా చేస్తాను.
La falta de educación impide que las niñas en mi comunidad logren alcanzar sus metas profesionales. Actualmente hay 129.2 millones de niñas privadas al derecho de la educación y de estas 32.3 millones ni siquiera han podido recibir una educación básica. Mi invitación este Día de la Niña es a tomar conciencia sobre esta situación mundialmente alarmante. Por cada niña privada de educación es una persona con menos posibilidades de ayudar a construir un mundo mejor. Las niñas importan ya que ellas son nuestro futuro. Hay que juntarnos para luchar por sus derechos y brindarles una educación que necesitan y merecen.
Teresa, não deixa brincar, o que se passa?
É que na minha casa não me deixam brincar, não me deixam ir para a escola. Só me mandam cuidar da capoeira dos meus irmãos mais novos. Dizem que não é para eu sair brincar. Eu acho que não serei ninguém no futuro.
Teresa, não pensa assim. Seja forte.
Equality for girls looks like unbalance in my community because there is lack of access to technology. They face up that problem because the technology is too low in my community. To add on that, there is also the problem of computer illiteracy. Many people have their jobs, but they can't advertise their jobs online, so they will need to access computers in order to develop their jobs. Also, they need to be skilled and trained. If I told a girl has the passion of the job which she wants, she will need to be skilled and she will need to be trained. If she's not trained, she won't get what she wants.
According to them, I'm the weaker sex. Here are my dreams that follow.
According to them, I'm a girl. I do not have the same rights. Here are my expectations that fall apart.
Girls are the future. Girls are the sun that will lighten our world. Girls need all available love because without them, the world will be in disarray.
Muchas personas creen que los hombres son más capaces, más listos y más fuertes que las mujeres. Aunque nos esforcemos en la escuela y saquemos buenas calificaciones, las mujeres no tenemos las mismas oportunidades.
We need more girls to enroll in schools and complete their primary education. We all need to really work towards closing the gender gap. I am determined to improve women's life in my hometown as I believe the change starts with me. All of us know that from cooking to cleaning to fetching water and firewood or taking care of children and elderly, women carry out at least 2.5 times more unpaid households and care work than men.
She's a daughter, sister, and mother. Then why does she always suffer? Why do we differentiate between he and she? God didn't. Why do we? This is disappointing everyone, not only me. To girls, we have to give support. Give education to them as it works as passport. Nowadays, girls are competing in every field, in army, airlines, and in courts. After getting education, named wings, their flight will lead to a bright future. She may become a doctor, a scientist, or a teacher. He and she, they both have quality. They both have ability. So, we should prefer gender equity and equality.
Every girl should be given a chance to study to the level she desires. I'm a girl. I don't want to be my gender to be my disadvantage. I prefer gender neutral equity. I want to achieve what I deserve through my hard work. I don't want to be denied something that I have deserved because I am a girl. I believe everyone deserves equal opportunity and respect. Every child should have an opportunity to go ahead in life in spite of their gender. Towards a prosperous future, let us stand together and pledge equity because everyone deserves better. Thank you.
Instructed, all of us changed to swimming costumes, and I wore a jersey and shorts, and as I slid to the water ride side, there was a worker who came close to me and he tried to give me a bad touch and he touched my thighs in front of my parents. That man gave me evil and disgusting smirk and he left. I looked at my parents. I got scolded for wearing shorts. Like, was it even my fault for wearing it? They asked me not to say anything to him. And here where the problem lies.
I am alive in a country where 10 girls are killed each and every day. And as much as it hurts to call it what it is, I am a rare case. I am a girl who is educated, taught to speak the truth, taught to say her mind without the fear of her life being on the line. And even though this is true, I know I'm not alone. but that I walk with each and every girl who calls this world her home. And we might not share faith, race or name, country, looks, or tongue.
As being a girl, I stand here seeing my own country rape culture. Every day 6 cases, 185 cases every month and 2,280 plus rape cases every year. These are just registered and many more in the real number. According to UN report, 250,000 rape cases are just reported in a single month, 695 in a single day and 29 every hour and a single rape case every 2 minutes. This is huge, right? But wait, it's just a 65 country.
When a girl is born in a Nepalese family, we not only rejoice it as the entrance of a new member, but also the birth of goddess Lakshmi in the family. There is a strong belief that a family without a daughter is incomplete. This is because girls are worshipped in cultural practices and social rituals. The way a girl acts in the society determines the prestige of her family. In spite of such cultural beliefs, there are some social perversions like sexual molestations, acid attacks, and rapes. So there is a long way of social development in the direction of equity-based education and employment opportunity.
Estou cansada de ser fraca. Estou cansada de ser discriminada. Estou cansada de ver coisas más y no fazer nada.
Como mujer adolescente que soy, me siento vulnerable, pero la violencia no respeta género ni edad. Todos podemos ser víctimas o victimarios. No me considero activista, pero como artista siento la necesidad de expresar mi repudio hacia actos terribles, como el acoso, el feminicidio, la explotación de niñas, el entrenamiento de niños armados para las guerras.
Indigenous girls cannot feel the strength that resides within them if they do not hear the voices of their ancestors. Indigenous stories teach us that women are beautiful, powerful, sacred beings who give the most sacred gift of all, life. The Cheyenne saying, "No people is broken until the heart of its women is on the ground. Then they are broken, then they will die." I have grown up in communities where women go missing and are murdered at rates 10 times the national average. Sex trafficking is our hearts on the ground. The best thing that I can offer as an Indigenous girl is my deep-rooted ancestral memory and my story. My father passed away earlier this year, and we couldn't house a funeral for him because of COVID-19. But it is because of story that I am able to stand here in front of you, strong. My father told me that the greatest loss in life is not loss itself, but who we forget when trying to erase who we are. As a part of my own healing journey, I founded the Luke Madrigal Indigenous Storytelling Nonprofit, a tribute to my father. For my Girl Scout Gold Award, I led an online curriculum called Healing Through the Indigenous Art of Storytelling. I wrote the following poem for my father. I have a secret your mind now needs to know. I never left you, I watch over you as you grow. I am the whispers you hear in the wind. I am the weathered lines in the moments you have grinned. I am the earth that molds your feet in play. I am a reflection of all the things you say. Do not think I have left you, for it is all one big disguise. I smile upon you in each new sunrise. I was able to heal from unimaginable loss because of the power of storytelling. This was when I realized that being an Indigenous girl does not make you weak, it makes you strong. I found beauty in pain. I had to be vulnerable to be brave. Then I understood how the Maki-Sigua Bigwan could grow from the harshest terrain, but grow with strength. We need to remember who we are and the great capacity we hold and reach the understanding that nothing is ever truly lost. We are the Maki-Sigua Bigwan. Know your stories.
أنا طموحي أصير فنانة ورسامة معروفة ومشهورة، وأعمل معارض كل العالم ووصل رسالتي للكل. مثل ما الإبداع ما إله حدود، كمان طموحي أنا رح أشتغل وأسعى لتغيير هيدا الواقع وأفتح أبواب إلي وللبنات
Este es mi dibujo, como les dije. Si una niña está en silla de ruedas, o está visca, o tiene alguna enfermedad, no por eso la tengamos que tratar diferente.
In my picture, I drew daisies, brownies, juniors, cadets, and ambassadors spreading peace, love, and kindness around the world under one sun and one moon.
At 18, I feel I am neither a girl nor a woman. On one side, I hold the small hand of a child. Barely 5, she stands proudly in her blue tutu, hair pulled back into pigtails tied with pink silk ribbons to match her ballet slippers, her knees scabbed and muddy, her eyes sparkling with glee as she tugs on my arm, showing me back to a childhood of innocence, of selfhood without question. Is that not bold? To exist without questioning my existence, to take up space and enjoy life without questioning if I am worthy of it. On the other side is the woman I am yet to become. Her form changes with every breath I take and every thought I have. She guides me, steers me. She is all the good I see in the women around me, that is to say, she is every part of every woman I see. She is everything at all times. Yet, she is equally a river flowing at her own rhythm, her own kind of magic. Yet, I am neither. I feel ripped between these two worlds of acceptance of self. Does that mean I am not brave? Or perhaps it is daring to simply live, as a girl, a woman, to exist in a world that considers our existence too much. Too long have I felt like I have had to sacrifice parts of myself to one side or the other, separated atom by atom, splitting my soul, because I exist in neither stage that society has crafted for me. I am worth more than my societal use, than my sexual agency, than what can be taken from me. I adore my bold femininity. I have learnt that femininity can be fierce, it can be powerful and beautiful, while also being dainty and soft and kind. My boldness, then, is to be unapologetically myself, to find strength in the grapple I have with the masculine and feminine inside me, to realise that they are not separate, but that they pour and blend as one within a person, and that their unity creates wonders. To wake up and realise that you do not need to wait to be brave, to be strong and proud, you just are. I hear the voices of the women and girls around me. I hold all their hands. I admire the strength in all of them. In those the world has forced to grow up too early, in those the world has failed. I hear their cries and I cannot let them be lost. Through my unity with them I have found my boldness. My boldness is realising I belong to exist as I am, as I have been and as I will be. My boldness is offering a hand, an outstretched palm to every woman I have met and to those who I am yet to meet. We are bold in our unity. At 18, I'm the best of being a girl and the best of being a woman. And you will see me, you will see us, you will hear us, and you will change.
Being bold is to face your fears and to stand up for yourself regardless of what's happening or how you may feel. We will always experience setbacks, but when you are bold and fearless, you are capable of doing amazing things.
Being a girl where I am is mainly an expectation of how I act, but really, all girls, all they have to do to be bold is to say, I'm worth it.
We, the girls, need to be bold enough because together we stand strong.
Being bold to me means speaking one's mind with confidence and self-assertiveness while acknowledging that their truth might not be a universal truth, but that their voice still deserves to be heard by this world as it represents their unique perspective, experience, and insight. I believe that every girl deserves daily opportunities to express themselves linguistically, artistically, musically, in sports, and in many other ways, because self-expression leads to the discovery of personal values and ultimately to that person or girl becoming a version of themselves that they're really proud of.
My bold is to be able to overcome body shaming. My bold is to be able to do everything my male peers do with no fear. My bold is to be able to dream. Dream big. Overcome the obstacles that come with pursuing that dream and making it a reality. My bold is to be able to stand up for my fellow girls when they have no voice. My bold is to be able to say no and demand respect for that decision. Being a girl, that's my bold.
Being bold to me means having the courage to go beyond and push further that you think you are even capable. It means to be the best version of your true self without any regrets. Having confidence to act on. I think there's no need to feel shy being a girl or having some fear from the society. Being a girl, you should have the courage to do what others cannot. The first thing that girls need to have to build equity anywhere is to have self-confidence in them. Gender equality does not mean that women and men will become the same, but that women's and men's rights, responsibilities, and opportunities will not depend on whether they are born male or female. As it is rightly said, great things start with small steps. I believe that girls should not feel inferior, rather they should have the will to do anything at any point of time in their lives.
How dare you tell me I'm not good enough? Beware, I am not an object meant to please your eyes. How slyly you devalue a girl's worth down to her physical appearance, offhanding all her capabilities and virtues. You dare not measure me on your petty scale of double standards. I am bold because I don't compromise my confidence and self-expression in the fear of being stamped with your pejorative labels. The kind of equity I demand for is quite uncomplicated. I want a non-partisan, impartial and unprejudiced treatment, the same as the boys around me get.
Quiero decirles que si apoyan nuestro empoderamiento, podremos ser poderosas agentes de cambio. Demostraremos cómo ejercer una generación de mujeres imparables.
Being bold means not being afraid to stand up for what you truly believe in. It means taking a stand for yourself and for others, and being willing to speak up in uncomfortable situations. We must be courageous, strong, and confident. Boldness also means advocating for those who cannot speak up for themselves.
Be fearless, be brave, be bold, and love yourself. Being bold to me means to stand against injustice without any fear. Being bold to me means to have courage to face any danger or pain. Being bold to me means to have confidence in my decisions. Nepal is a small developing country located in Asia where most of these societies are male-dominated. Being born in such a society, it's obvious for girls to think that they are inferior to boys and they belong in the four walls of their homes, which of course is not true. I believe they should chase their dreams no matter what criticism they receive from the society. Girls should not feel weaker than boys and let them take advantage of their gender. Fortunately, I'm born to parents who have raised me without any bias, and that is why I'm standing here today. I think the greatest problem is that women do not support women. Now, don't get me wrong, but when a mother does not treat her son and daughter equally, there is where the inequality is born, and it goes on. A mother should rather support her daughter and treat her as she would have treated her son, then only inequality can be erased.
There's something about a girl when she's born into this world. The world has another beautiful life. Who will be a loving daughter and a life-giving mother?
Girls, never stop believing in yourself.
Just have one aim. To stand for yourself and to speak for yourself and to be proud of who you are.
Always be bold, fearless, brave and independent. Never ever feel inferior or think of yourself as weak and helpless. Be the inspiration. Believe in yourself. There is nothing impossible for us to do.
Right. The girl in my society needs me because I have a voice and I thought I needed to use it. Stand up for what is right.
But I am the happiness itself that wants to save lives. Who are you to kill my vibe?
Defender quienes somos.
Girl child is brave, bold and strong. She always stands against the wrong. Being bold is to break all chains of discrimination and prove everyone that you are the pride of the nation.
Do our best in the world and make a difference. My voice, our future. Nothing can stop us anymore. We are a force to reckon. My voice, our future. Do not fear. Be strong. Let us join in a fight and shine together. Let us show the world we are as strong as a diamond and nothing can break us.
We might not share faith, race or name, country, looks or tongue, but what we do share is our hope and love, and a dream that is yet to come.
So, we as girls demand equity, not just equality. We are able, we just need a helping hand. Thank you.
Action should be taken where the victimizers won't get away with their crimes. If you see someone suffering, help them out. In the home, let there be fair division of the house chores. In the workplace, let there be fair pay. In the community, let the boy child be taught how to respect the girls to prevent social ills such as abuse, stereotyping, rape, and domestic violence.
So to you young girls out there, keep on trying, keep on doing your best, keep on reaching your goals, keep on striving to be the best version of yourself, and most importantly, be you. Don't compromise on your values. Stay strong, girl, and just keep on doing you.
Our focus is not on having these laws since we already have them in the Constitution, but
actually enforcing and implementing these laws to protect the rights of us girls in Nigeria. When we're empowered, we're given the opportunity, the chance to pursue our dreams. And we are given the grace, the chance to break status quo and to have equal opportunities just as our male counterparts in order to bridge the gap of gender equality.
Equity in this world for us will not be given, but we have to take it and make it happen.
Without support, girls or truly anyone cannot achieve what they wish to. Without support, their community, young girls may never go to school. Without support from family, girls may never go forth and do great things.
There needs to be a major shift in public and economic policies first to promote their safety and expand their economic opportunities. This also means giving women a greater voice in global and national decision making. Family and society need to reimagine what girls can do and provide a more positive role to unlock their potential.
And this is a small message for all the girls in the world. You are beautiful, brave, brilliant and shiny. Just smile and go for it.
It is time for us to break the norms that forestall a girl from being herself. Let her fly high, touch the sky, for it is her light that illuminates the sky.
Then I asked the question, if not me, who else? Who will make these girls? Who will speak up for the rights of girls?
I would quote, "Be that strong girl that everyone knew would make it through the worst. Be that fearless girl, the one who would dare to do anything. Be that independent girl who didn't need a man. Be that girl who never backed down."
And if we see someone speaking up about same-sex marriage or depression, we support them. They said, as a girl, I'm destined to follow instead of lead.
She needs to be aware that the greatest gift that she has is the fire that's within her. And don't let anyone stop you from that. So happy International Day of the Girl.
Together we celebrate my voice, our equal future, our inner selves awakened. We claim the world. We are willing. We are ready.
Talk about equity because people in the world aren't treated fairly. We need to share our resources and give more to those who are barely living. Equity is giving so we can all be equal, because not every girl can rely on others, and every girl gets to learn to see the numbers. Not every girl avoids living in fear. Not every girl has their rights. No matter how much we have to fight, people still live unfairly. Year by year, we have to educate the children so in the future they then achieve equality. Be selfless and the world can make it far. Don't discriminate by where they're from, by religion or race, appearances. Accept others for who they are. Please don't just post on social media. Even take action, research, even on Wikipedia. Educate yourself to educate those who don't have that privilege. Once we all get that opportunity, then it'll be easier to achieve unity. One day we can live in that utopia image. Even though I'm a small town girl, I have dreams to change the world, to connect with other girls and reach that dream. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you got the message. So we're one step closer to achieve equity.
Happy International Day of the Girl 2020!